Okay, this is a demonstration of the Internet Model Railroad. You get to the initial page, it says at internetmodelrailroad.com. You simply find the site navigation here and click Run L Railroad. You then get to the control and viewing page. If there are other visitors here, it'll say status logged in. It'll have their IP address, which will be different from yours. You can look at how long they've been logged in, and if it's been a really long time and nothing's happening, you can safely boot them. In any case, when you want to log in yourself, you click the Login button, click the Submit Query button. It'll say Logged In Reload page. So then you just reload the page, and now you can see the control system. This allows you to operate the two locomotives and various speeds and directions. For example, locomotive A forward. Click speed 5. Locomotive A takes off in the forward direction. And there are several cameras you can view. Camera 2 always keeps the locomotive B in the picture. Camera 3, you can pan back and forth from one side to the other and observe the layout looking east. You go back to camera 1 and we'll bring locomotive A back to a stop here. Reduce its speed and stop. Okay, of course, locomotive B runs exactly the same way. I won't duplicate that locomotive B, but I will address the siding and the loop switches. The loop switch is a crossover switch, visible in camera 3 if I pan it to the left. And what this does is allows a train on the outside track to cross over to the inside, and vice versa. If the train is on the one track, it will cross over to the other track. We also have a siding and a siding switch. If I back up locomotive B, stop it, say there, put the siding switch in the connect loop status. Notice it says connected down here. Put locomotive B in forward and say speed 3. The B train will take off and go detour onto the siding, and this is the station over here, so you can take it over there and stop it at the station, which we will do. We'll reverse locomotive B and back it out again. Stop it. Change the siding status to straight through, and we'll return locomotive B to its home location. Please park the trains when you're done with them right in front of camera 1 like this, so people can easily find them when they get on the layout. Bring locomotive B slowly up to its location. I like to park locomotive B at a vertical location of 50. Okay, the next feature of this, you have lighting, which you can switch to night lighting, and the lights inside the buildings come on, and the lights on the locomotive is on, and basically it's a night scene. Switch it back to day, it goes back to day. Locomotive B will take an automatic trip. Select camera 2, select trip go. Locomotive B starts moving. Camera 2 will keep locomotive B in the picture. In other words, it won't go up the wall to keep locomotive B in the middle of the picture, but consistent with taking in the layout and tracking locomotive B, it will keep the optimum picture of both locomotive B and the layout. You can see it's moving down as it follows locomotive B to the west end of the layout. Okay, the next trip around, you notice it says locomotive B east curve and schedule stop at station siding switch. The siding here has now been switched. That's the status down there. The siding here has now been switched. So the locomotive, the next B train, the next time around, will enter the siding. Okay, now it says on siding, approaching station. It's slowed down a little bit, as a locomotive would do when it's approaching a station. And now it has stopped at the station, and down here on the status box it says stopped at station unloading. Okay, it will now back out of the station, and it's doing this automatically. All you did was press trip go. It will then stop. The track will switch back to straight through, and it will proceed upon its trip. It will now make another lap. When it reaches the north straight, it will switch. It will cross the transition switch here and proceed on the outer loop, pull up behind a locomotive A, and then reverse itself and go back to its starting position. And we'll observe it do that. You see it's now transitioned to the outer loop. And machine vision here is telling the computer where the locomotive is and allowing it to take these various actions because it knows where it is on the layout. Okay, it is now returned to the starting space. It says stop the starting point, loop switch reset. And if I want to get rid of that and officially end the trip, I can press trip end and that'll go away, and I'm back to where I was when I started. And that is the basic features of the Internet Model Railroad. Thank you for watching.